Hi, this is Alcan. Welcome back to my channel. For those who are watching on BitChute, welcome to the horrible channel where liberals' nightmares do come true. Just like my hair is a nightmare. Well, speaking of nightmares, the MBTA, Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, Boston Subway, and the commuter lines are all facing a possible takeover for the FTA, that's the Federal Transit Administration, after a series of mishaps that has caused numerous injuries and deaths and delays and putting the ridership in grave danger this past year. For those who do not know what's going on, the nation's oldest subway system, which started in 1894 with the Green Line and 1901 with the Orange. Speaking of Orange, the Orange Line, you may know, had made the news because of a massive fire that took place on board one of his trains on the bridge, and a woman jumped into the river to save herself from the flames. I wish I was making that up, but no, I'm not. Of course, I've been very critical of Boston since they got rid of the conductors on board the trains. There's no conductors on board the train, so making evacuation in situations like that, it makes it a lot more difficult. But of course, the governor of the time who thought it was a good idea to get rid of it, was defending it. It's a cost-cutting measure. Well, this past winter on the Red Line, there was an incident. Man was dragged to his death. He was killed when his arm got stuck on the door of the train. He was dragged all the way to the end of the platform, and unfortunately, he was killed. I don't know if he died in the hospital or on the subway, but it didn't matter. See, Green Line's getting back at me. Didn't matter because of he couldn't survive the incident. Either way. So, and of course, the Green Line has to be shut down for 30 days with the Orange Line for rail and other emergency situations, need a tracker and so on. And they just opened an extension not long ago, 6 months, to Union Square. Yes, they had new cars on the Orange Line, but even the new cars had to be taken out of service with a problem. The other equipment is 43 years old, and it's getting older and older. That's one of the cars that had the incident with the fire. They were having problems with the commuter lines too. All this is safety related. Even the escalators were having problems. All this is safety problems, and it's alarming the FTA, and they're threatening to take over their first transit system in a long time. The last time they did that was when the Washington Metro was having issues with safety. You would think the automated transit system would be a lot safer than Boston's, right? No. Washington Metro has a history. Despite automation, they had accidents. But this particular accident that had a federal takeover was a fire on board one of the trains. So can this happen again in Boston? No. It's a possibility, and it shouldn't happen. They should put the conductor back on the train and send the governor who came up with this idea packing. I don't know if the current governor's involved or not, but packing. It's always going to be a major embarrassment for political establishment in Boston, because of all the efforts they made to secure funding to improve the system is coming up short. And like I said earlier, there's going to be a 30-day shutdown starting sometime in August on both the Green and the Orange Line. And by the way, this also had nothing to do with the incident with the parking garage, which is not theirs. But being that a lot of issues has come up since then, I think it is time that one of these cities' transit system gets a good swift kick in the rear end to these officials. They need to, because the public safety is at stake. We do not need to see more people jumping out of a window of a train because they don't want to do the right thing and fix the problem. So, what's your thought on this? Leave comments and so on. Like, subscribe, and whatever you like to do with this. If you want to use this toilet paper, that's fine with me too. So this is Alcan saying so long for now. Don't forget to stop. And Beantown, I think it's time for you to cook your beans correctly this time with your transit system.